Hi, this is Beth. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Michigan, and our weekly card video today is going to be a garden gate fun fold. Oof, I just named it and I can't remember it. What am I thinking of? Okay, but that's this. I'm using the flowering meadow with the little flocking where you can feel it. And whenever I make cards with this paper, I seem to want to show as much of the paper as possible because I don't want to cover it up. But this is how it goes. We open like that. See? And it can stand, I guess. But, and there you go. And it's actually pretty simple. Of course, we're going to use a different paper for that. Same pack, but different. And also, different card. This is Bubble Bath, which is one of the light pink that's in that. I took it, and I'm going to explain how I did this. It was 8.5, and then I folded it, and I folded it 2 1/4 on each side. 2 1/8 rather. 2 1/8? Yeah, 2 1/8. Well, 2 1/8 on one side, and then I just folded the other side to meet it is what I did. So that they would meet nicely in the middle, which is basically how you do start a gatefold. And that's it for the card base. You add to the card base. You're not going to be cutting it because it kind of looks like that in a way. But no, I've got no measurements written down, but all right. I've got 3 little slats here that are also petal paint. Bubble Bath. And these are going to measure, actually, 1 3/4 by 4. Well, makes sense. This is 4 1/4 wide, right? So 1 3/4 by 4. This is going to be 3 3/4, or 3 3/4 long, and then it's going to be 1.5. I don't have to measure. I know 1.5. And I'm going to glue these on. I could have glued a couple on before I started. Well, because I did that before I started to save time. This paper doesn't really seem to have a direction, which I like. Nothing like putting something directional on, and then after you're done with it, you look at it, oh, that was upside down. This is safe paper. Oops. And 2. Oh, wait. You know, my glue and my wiggle room. There, it's better. Glue does take a little longer to dry. So when I glue stuff, I kind of want to not touch it for a bit. Because if you knock it, you can make it crooked. And you're like, oh, it wasn't like that before. Yet, can you tell I've done that before? There. Dry. All right, and, oh, you know what? My centerpiece, did I not cut anything out for that? Well, this, oh, I forgot to. Okay, this is the inside. This is 4 by 5 1/4. I've got a bunch of flowers to decorate, but I need something to put it on. Unless I did cut something out and it fell out of my bag. I don't know. We'll come up with something. I did learn with this one, you want to fit within this. Granted, if you make it big enough to push these 2 down, it'll stay closed better, but it's a little bit of a hindrance to open. So I'm not going to teach you to do that. We're going to take these and actually, you know what? You notice it's got white behind it? That's because this is the that pretty paper that I got. It's really soft. Valentine assortment. 12 by 12. It's got white and petal pink, and then it's got a green that looks like pine. Da-da-da. There's green and pink. It's really pretty. I'm using it sparingly. So I've got flowers here. Although I was surprised I could ink on it. I didn't think I could. Alright, now we need to get a little... Oh, this is what fell out. I was going to use this. No, I can't use that. A little piece of paper. Okay. Now, I don't want it more than... This is 1 3/4, 1 1/2. But I can make it... Well, oh, you know what? I think I'm going to do the big flowers. And we need a leaf. Didn't I have a leaf sitting there? I thought I had a leaf. Goodness gracious, it went away. This is my bag of various things I did with this. I can use this one. Just to give her a little green. Somewhere. Alright. So anyways, how big do I want this? I want 1 1/2. Oh, no, that's way too big. Now, I could use a die for this. I don't feel like looking for it. Like, I was looking at the round ones for that, and it wasn't round enough. Or wasn't small enough for me. Okay, I'm going to make it just a little bit smaller than 1 1/4. And I guess we'll make it 2 1/2. And don't worry, I'll have everything on my blog. So, I was using those until I found that one. I'm trying to make it match the paper. A little bit. Kind of, sort of. But actually, those are kind of single, aren't they? I know what I'm going to do. First of all, I'm going to put a sentiment down on here. And I've got a happy birthday, which I more than likely stole from a paper pumpkin. I need something small. And I'm going to put it right here. As close as I can. Except for the fact that it didn't stamp really good. I'm using Berry Burst. Where did I get that from? Well, that's the darker pink color in those flowers. So, okay. And I'm going to do that. And then, we're going to cut off a leaf or two. And I'll just put them down here. Okay. Alright. And I'm going to glue it. One thing nice about this velvet-like paper, the back is regular paper. So it takes glue very easily, because I think if you tried to glue velvet paper here, it's just going to absorb the, glue. It's not going to work. Now my leaves are just regular cardstock. And I know it's off just a little, but that's why I didn't make this exactly the right, 1 3/4. And if you're worried about that at all, this is what I would do. I would just snip it off. See? Okay, now we should be good here. Those flowers back. Now, you've got the 2 on top that are going to be glued on this side. 1 in the middle is going to be glued on this side. That's how we do it. So, put this, I'm going to flip it over. And I want an equal distance around, so I'm going to put that there. Put a sticky note right there on a piece of hair. How did that get in there? Oh, whatever. Okay. So, whatever one you want in the middle. I'll put this one in the middle. So these two, I'm going to put glue on that and that. I'm going to do it on the same side. I could get another sticky note, but you know what? I can eyeball it when I got them laying together. Okay. So, lay this one right here. Equal distance. And then this one right here. And yes, I'm eyeballing it. What's a homemade card if you don't eyeball the measurements when it comes to putting stuff like this on, you know? So this one, I'm going to go here. Put this little sticky note again. Goes there. And I match those two up with this one. Now, if they are at all touching, like they almost are right here, I need just a tiny bit. I'm going to go this one because this one was sitting on the card shorter. A tiny bit down. Right? And then this one can go there. So there's a little, they're not laying on each other. There's a little bit of space between them. Or else they won't open. Alright, so we got that. Then we got this. And we'll put it right in the middle. And it looks like it needs something, don't it? Could make this smaller. You know what? Yeah, well, that kind of makes it stick out a little better, doesn't it? I don't want it that long. Just a little bit right there on each side. Yeah, I like that better. All right. Glue right there. It looked like it was going to get a little lost. And since I made a height difference, I'm going to put some dimensionals on there. Right there. There. And that goes right in the middle. So it doesn't impede anything. And there we go. Now, I didn't put any gems on that, but I'm thinking this one needs a little sparkle. Let's see, what do we have? The only one I have at the moment in the green color, which is the peaceful pine, is my butterflies. Well, I could do that. I wasn't going to, but I will. Because butterfly kind of makes sense with flowers anyway, right? I do have a lot of green left, so. Okay. I'll put one right. Oops, on my finger. Yep. We're not gluing that on my finger. I don't know how I did that. Right there. And then I'll put a bigger one. Up here. That works. Just a little something. Okay, wow. This is my card for this week. And it's a, oh, look, that one. The one I just made stays closed easier than the one I made days ago. Figure that one out. I know I didn't glue it closed. Because it opens like that. Well, maybe because they're a little tighter together. Maybe I did that. Maybe they're too far spaced. I don't know. Not everything's going to be identical to each other. All right, so what do you think of my card? It's an interesting fun fold that's pretty simple. And it shows off a lot of the pretty paper. Okay, if you have any questions or anything, you can always go to my website or go to my email and you can email me anything. Oh, now I know what I'm trying to remember. I'm putting this on my blog with the measurements, so you'll be able to see that. And I'll post it along with this video, so you'll be able to go there. And you can actually print it out, All right. Well, thank you for watching my video, and have a good weekend.